Okay. Dr. Qinli Meng is a criminologist and the chair and registrar of the Niagara Conference on Workplace Mobbing. She also serves as the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Workplace Mobbing and as president of the World Association for Research on Workplace Mobbing. Dr. Meng earned her PhD in public policy from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Her research focuses on corruption, victimology, white-collar crime, and rural criminology. Through her scholarship and leadership, she has been instrumental in advancing global awareness and academic inquiry into workplace mobbing and related forms of organizational harm. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Tegan, for inviting me being here.
It's a pleasure to have you. I was so excited that I came across your work on workplace mobbing, and it's wonderful to see that you have an organization that's actually doing something about this problem.
Mm-hmm.
I got into contact with you because I had gone through something similar. I found your work, and I think any awareness on this subject is a positive thing. So can we talk a little bit? You can talk. You're welcome to talk a little bit about yourself, but can we, for people who don't know, talk a little bit about what workplace mobbing is?
Sure. Actually, this is almost uh, the question that people always ask about me whenever I mention workplace mobbing, the term. People first reaction was, "What is mobbing?" And then after I explained that, most people said, "Oh, I know." Either said, "I experienced that," or said, this experience that. So what is workplace mobbing? Um, I think the most challenging about the explanation what workplace mobbing is, uh, because workplace mobbing is not a concept. I would say it's a process. Many people confuse this with workplace bullying.
Sure.
So you know that I mentioned that to you. I published a paper in the Journal of Workplace Mobbing. The title is Workplace Bullying versus Workplace Mobbing. How are they different?
Right.
So workplace mobbing is a process.
Okay.
It it's composed by a series of acts, bullying acts or action. So that's the reason why it's so difficult to explain what mobbing is to
It's very
people,
difficult.
because this is a process. I would say that bullying act and actions are the conceptualization of mobbing. Mobbing is a process. It's not just a single act, not like a bullying act or action. So mobbing, you cannot say mobbing act. You can only say the mobbing phenomenon or mobbing process.
Thank
I
you.
hope I answered a little bit of your question.
That was actually perfect because I completely agree with you that it is so hard to explain unless you have been in it or have been a part of the process. It's very difficult to explain. So I completely appreciate that. Thank you for a fantastic
Sure.
definition. Can we talk about, please, if you don't mind, you mentioned this in some of the notes beforehand, but notable scholars who have devoted whether it's some time or their entire careers to studying mobbing. Can we talk about who some of those people may be?
Sure.
Thank
I think
you.
that's very important to talk about that because many people, they first, I mean, the scholars who are doing, uh, actually, they are doing mobbing research, but uh, the literature we read are workplace bullying. The reason is these scholars, they need to be recognized. That's also the reason why I appreciate this podcast interview by you. So the word mobbing was coined firstly in 19, I think it's 1984 by German Swedish psychologist Heinz Lehmann. He identified workplace harm. At that time, I really don't know what word, but now I know mobbing. He just identified it's so serious. So he coined the term of mobbing, and he called this psycho terror. And then I would I would say that is the first generation of workplace mobbing scholar. And then in 1998, 19 can't say exactly the time in the
No problem.
90s, Kenneth Westhill, uh, Canadian sociologist,
Mhm.
he came across the term and he became fascinated in doing this kind of research. I would say Dr. Kenneth Westhill, he has been doing this workplace mobbing for almost 30 years.
Amazing.
He made great contributions to workplace mobbing.
He certainly has. He certainly has.
Hmm
I'm a big fan of his work.
Many people, I just yesterday, professor, a law professor, she just told me about her experience, how she ran into workplace mobbing, the term. She said she first read the workplace bullying published by some bullying scholar, and then she figured out, no, that's not what I experienced. And until the day she said that was about 15 years ago, she ran into Kenneth Westhill's website. And then she got excited. She said, wow, this is exactly what I experienced. So unfortunately, not a lot of people know about this term. That's the
No,
reason why we had this conference and we created the journal. We want to raise public awareness because if you want to prevent something bad like this from happening, you're going to have some kind of common language. You need to give a
absolutely.
name to that.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your contribution to those
Sure.
solutions. Thank you. And that actually leads me perfectly into my next question for you. Can we talk a little bit about the conference at Niagara University? You know, how it came to be. I would love to attend sometime. Uh, I understand. I think it was 2023 was the first conference, or 2024. I would.
24.
Okay, perfect. Can you please explain a little bit more to me about the conference, the aims of the conference?
So how this conference come to be, right?
Mm,
Yes, that's a very good question. Actually, there was some stories. Um, I remember in uh, 2000, 2023, yes, 2023, Kenneth Westhill sent me an email. At that time, we had already been, let me talk about, it has to be a year earlier. October
absolutely.
2022, I reached out to Kenneth Westhill. When I read some of this, I read his almost all his book and I take notes. I emailed him. I want to schedule a meeting with him. Oh, he sent me, he received email, hundreds of email every day from all over the world.
I'm sure.
So when I sent out an email about a month later, I received a response, and he said, "Yes, we could meet, but if you don't mind, we could meet in person." It turned out he lived in Niagara Falls, Canadian side. I lived in Niagara Falls, American side. So
Amazing.
there is only a Campbell bridge between us.
Wow.
Then we
Small world.
started, yeah, that's the beginning. And the first time when I met with him, I proposed the need for the institutionalization of workplace mobbing. So I can explain the institutionalization of workplace mobbing later, but now let me just move on with the conference. And
Sure.
then we started communication, and we did a roundtable discussion in Philadelphia, November 2023, in American Society of Criminology. We in that ASC, American Society of Criminology annual conference, every year you have like 4,000, 5,000 people, criminologists participant. I asked during that 4 days conference, I asked how many people, about 100, asked, do you know what is mobbing? No, none of them had ever heard of this. So we decide. I just decided. Well, I started writing a paper. I think this is important. Someone need to do the foundational work. So I started my paper, the workplace mobbing and the workplace bullying. I just finished my manuscript and I received email from Kenneth Westhill said, well, we want to have a conference, a seminar. It's called just to differential workplace mobbing from workplace bullying. So that was, and then we talked about that. Um, I would say Niagara University was very supportive. We talked to several different universities, and so the answer was just like, oh, yeah, but not for sure. But I can still remember when I mentioned to the provost of Niagara University, he said, yes, we are interested. Because at that time, we do not have any money. We cannot pay for the, administrative cost. But Niagara University said, yes, we are interested. Then we just started from there. And the first year conference, July 2024, we had 76 participants and the
Great.
26 with 26 in person. And this year, July 2025, we had 91 participants with 37,
Excellent.
yeah, 37 in person. No, I remember, yeah, 52 virtual.
Amazing.
Yeah, about yeah, in person. So that's just and now we are planning on the third year. So we made it annual conference. We are planning on the third year. The date is July 20 to 23rd, 2026.
Excellent. And is it, are you in the planning stages of that still? Like where can people maybe find out more information about the conference?
Pardon?
Are you still in the planning stages of it? And where can people maybe find out more about the conference as you're
Ye-
progressing?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked this question. We are almost ready for registration.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think after Thanksgiving, early December, the registration will be ready.
Excellent. That's very exciting. I am
Mm-hmm.
so excited to see that something like this is actually taking fruition.
People can just Google Niagara Conference on Workplace Mobbing. Boom,
Perfect.
you can see the website.
Perfect. That's great. I'll leave links too. That's fantastic. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Meng, you did mention this a little bit previously, but if you don't mind me asking, can we talk a little bit about your peer-reviewed scholarly journal titled The Journal of Workplace Mobbing and how that got started?
Okay, good. I would love to talk about that.
Sure.
Um, at the beginning, after July, after 2024 conference, as a conference, the main conference organizer, I received two publisher reach out to me. They watched the YouTube video of our 2024 conference presentation. So we talked about that, and we discussed which publisher, to publish the conference proceedings. And then we cannot make a decision which one. And then I proposed, why don't we have our own journal? And then Kenneth Westhill, Rick, so they were very supportive of this idea. Then we started working on that. So the first issue was published in June 2025 this year. We had already had some paper editing during the process, and we will publish. Our goal is to, for now, publish 2 issues every year of this journal.
It's amazing.
I already received lots of inquiries about this journal. I think one of the significant thing about this journal is it legitimized the term workplace mobbing, first. Second, this is a big step forward to fulfill the goal of institutionalization of workplace mobbing.
Can we talk a little bit exactly about what that means? I didn't have that written down, but you've mentioned that word a couple of times.
Yes,
Yes,
the institutionalization of workplace mobbing
yes,
is we are not advocate. We made it very clear. So when people submit their paper, their presentation, we made it very clear. We are doing scientific research. We use scientific methodology to analyze the data and find the pattern first. Second, this is now we have the journal. Um, to the extent that you institutionalize the area, our goal is to create a subdiscipline of workplace mobbing, which means we will design the curriculum. We will, that's our goal. Of course, before I continue, I want to say that we need workplace mobbing people or people who are interested in this to join us and devote to this meaningful, I call that a noble cause. So that's just our goal. For example, the current mental health therapist program, counseling program, I would say there are 0 workplace mobbing mental health PTSD counseling program.
yes.
So that's our next goal. And
Thank you.
then to create a discipline. Now we have the journal, and the next step is to create a discipline, and we'll have the curriculum. Yeah, things like that.
That's a wonderful. The only counselor that I am aware of in that arena it was Richard Schwindt, and I've done a podcast with him, and he's a Canadian counselor, and he's just fantastic. But aside from him, I don't know anybody who is in that line of work. So that is so amazing because
Yes.
I've talked to
Mm-hmm.
therapists who don't even know what the word means.
Yes. Yes. Richard Schwindt, he presented in our conference this year. That was almost a last minute decision.
Wonderful.
When I know about his name, I invited him to participate in this conference,
Right.
and he was among the very few people who has been doing this workplace mobbing PTSD therapy work. But just can you imagine how many people are there need this kind of help, healing and support during the healing process? So we are determined to make it a subdiscipline and design the curriculum and educate people, foster and raise the public awareness, educate the student so the student can become the expertise in this area, in this workplace mobbing therapist area. So yeah, that's just our goal. That's what we mean by institutionalization of workplace mobbing. So
Thank you.
we will not just scholar research, we will also educate the practitioner, provide training, raise the public awareness. But again, I want to emphasize, we are not advocate. We
Okay.
are researcher.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That actually leads me into this next question. Can we please discuss, I'm not sure if it's already going or if it's in the works, but your nonprofit, the World Association for Research on Workplace Mobbing.
Sure.
Thank you.
That's also another part of the goal of institutionalization of workplace mobbing. The World Association for Research on Workplace Mobbing is a nonprofit association, which is also, of course, new. The
Right.
website is under construction. So, but
Right.
we already created the link for people who wants to join the membership, individual membership. You may ask, what's the benefit of being a member of that? Now I can answer this question.
Please.
Our journal is open access. You do
Okay.
not have to be a World Association for Research on Workplace Mobbing. We call that WORM.
Okay.
You do not have to be a WORM member to get access to the journal because the journal is open to public. Then what is the benefit? Because we periodically we will send out the most updated informations. So I would say the benefit for being a member of that is you receive updated workplace mobbing information, not just from the website. Of course, anybody can get access to the WORM website.
Okay.
Another thing is only the member can get access to the quarterly workplace mobbing seminar. We are planning on hosting since probably after next year's conference. We're going to start that, which means the members can get access to that seminar. It's virtual, and also the members will be invited to do some talk here as necessary. So that's just roughly about the WORM.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. Now,
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
sorry,
please. No,
Tigran.
no,
Let
please
me
go
say
ahead.
something really funny. I
Yes.
didn't realize that until, see, look at the word. A conference participant, she reminded me, she said, yeah, she said, I just smiled. We call that WARM, W-A-R, W-A-R-W-M. People said, oh, it's so difficult to remember that. But I always told them, see, war with me, but it's pronounced as warm. Isn't
It,
that interesting?
it is.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you for sharing
Mm-hmm.
that. Now, I just as we're wrapping up here, can I ask, can academics or non-academics, but can academics of any discipline at all get involved with the work that you're doing
That's
if
a
they
very
just
good
have a,
question.
yeah, thank you.
Yes. Yes, not academic. Using this 2025, this year's conference, we have a participant from three divisions of government, police officers, legislative people, judge, attorneys, um, people from both public sectors and the private sectors.
Okay,
We
great.
have most people, of course, coming from universities, academia, and we also have a participant from health sector. Among those faculty from universities, they are from 22 different disciplines. So
Amazing.
in based on the numbers, the statistics of the conference participant, this conference, so not just the academic, but also practitioners and uh, practitioners, yeah, it's almost anybody can benefit from um, being there, just to listen. You don't have to present, but just being there and listen to this uh, will be, I would say, beneficial.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing just an incredible amount of information about this. I'm so grateful to you. Now, people uh, how can people best follow this work? Are you on social medias, on YouTube? How can people best kind of keep up with what you're doing or support what you're doing or follow what you're doing?
Oh, thank you so much for asking
Absolutely.
this help. We need help.
Yes, yes, of
Yes,
course.
yes, we
Of
need
course.
all kind of help.
Hmm.
Currently, only just I would say only those funders of this are working voluntarily, devoted to this. We really have lots of plan, but we just need to materialize that step by step. Speak to the social media. We hadn't done that, but it's on our to-do list. I would say the conference last year 76, especially this year 91, we almost didn't do any promotion.
Right.
It's just the people. I can tell you, we have a participant. She registered the second night. Yeah, on Tuesday evening, she registered this conference. She said, "Wow, I just saw this." So most of the people when they register this conference, they just try to look for mobbing, workplace mobbing, and then they run into this conference. They just registered immediately. So Tegan, I
Wonderful.
would appreciate that if you could help us with promoting this, I call that workplace mobbing initiatives.
Absolutely.
That would be great. And
Absolutely.
we also need people. We do receive donations from here and there, and we need people to provide financial support to
Of
us,
course.
so we can hire more people and um, yeah, to make this happen and more people benefit, and to speed up the process of the institutionalization of workplace mobbing.
It's so urgent. It's so urgent. Thank you for what
Yes.
you're doing. And
Hmm.
actually,
I also sorry,
please,
I also
no,
received I could remember received at least 10, 12 people emailed me, said your conference saves life.
there's no question about it. I found you mentioned the lack of promotion. I came across the conference somehow on YouTube. It came and because I talk about workplace mobbing sometimes on my channel, and it came across it, and I just watched almost the whole thing. You had some fantastic speakers. Like I said, I wish I could have gone. I'm going to plan to go at some point. I would love to be there.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing
Our
this.
thank you. Our we are our Niagara University production crew. The team has been busy with editing the 2025 conference presentation video. It will be posted on YouTube soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Hmm.
much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll give you a proper goodbye after we stop recording, but I've gotten so much out of our discussion. I've learned so much, and I'm incredibly grateful that you are taking this initiative and that something is finally being done about this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's not just me.
That's right.
It's our team.
That's
Yes.
right.
We have a great team. We have great team. I would say, yeah, all different kind of area, everybody has been working so hard.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, this will not happen.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. You seem like you have a great team working with you, and
Yes.
I'm so excited for what the future brings for this subject.
Yeah,
And
we have great team at Niagara University.
that's
And
wonderful.
the high level administrators, they all very supportive. We appreciate that. Many conference participants email me. They show their appreciations to Niagara universities. So
Yeah, that's I was just thinking that actually that's very progressive of them to host something such as this. I think that's
yeah,
great.
because the mission of Niagara University, the essential mission is to promote human dignity. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Wonderful. Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much to you and your team's contribution to this field. I'm more grateful than I could ever express to you in words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It
Thank you
was
for inviting me. Thank you.
absolutely, it was
Mhm.
wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you.